wanted to share, you can share, Andy.
Yes,
Okay.
Aunty. Yeah.
Shriramandi. Shriramandi Shirin garu. Shriramandi Lalita garu.
We'll just wait for a few more minutes, Andy, Lalita garu, so that devotees can join. Request everyone to come online, Andy. Video on lo pettukunte when the Kalpavruksham Discord starts, request everyone to come online, Andy, so that we can pay full attention to what the Atiti is going to share with us.
Swapna garu, Shirin garu, it's live, Andy. Okay, Shirin garu, I'm making you the host, Andy.
Yeah, sure, Andy.
Thank you, Andy. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
It's 10:03, Andy. Maybe I hope devotees will be joining as we go. Let's start with the opening prayer, Andy. I request Lakshmi garu and Shashi garu to come on video. Thank you, Andy. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Bolo Sri Sita Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Pavana Sutta Hanuman ki Jai. Jai Shri Ram, Andy.
Jai Shri Ram, Andy.
Jai Shri Ram. I will hand over the call. I'll request Swapna garu to give the introduction about Lalita garu, Andy, and then once the introduction is complete, we can start our call, Andy. The discussion.
Sure, Andy. Thank you, Andy Shirin garu. Yeah, Lalita garu, thank you so much, Andy, with the blessings from Guru garu. I am taking the humble opportunity to introduce our Atidi today. Our Atidi is Lalita garu from and joining from Charlotte, Andy. And Lalita garu has been, after talking to her, her value education classes were based on Ramayanam and Mahabharatam in schools and colleges, and from Coimbatore and Chennai. So she also teaches summer camp courses for kids that includes Ramayanam sessions, Bhagavad Gita classes. She has been taking those classes for the last 10 years. And she does forums and also courses for kids related to Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, and Bhagavatam. So today Lalita garu is giving us that opportunity to learn from her experience and experience about Lord Rama, the abode of mercy. She's going to give us a couple of examples on how the Rama's abode of mercy happens. So Lalita garu, hearty welcome andi. Hearty welcome and thank you for taking the opportunity to participate in this Kalpavruksham event. And we are eagerly waiting to hear from you about the title andi. Jai Shri Ram. And as Shirin Garu mentioned, I request everybody to come on video so that it will be an inspiration for the Atiti to have a one-on-one eye contact and talk. So please respect that and come online on video. Thank you. Yeah, Lalita Garu, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah, Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Andi, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And it was very pleasant thing to meet Charita Garu in Charlotte and then get connected with all of you wonderful devotees of Lord Sri Ram. And I looked into the website and it's amazing work. And this is something that's very much needed for us as well as for our next generation, so that this Bhakti of the Lord continues. Lord Rama ruled and he wound up his pastimes and went back, but he is still ruling in our hearts. And we want Rama Rajya again. So that will happen only when we remember, glorify, and have a personal relationship with Lord Ramachandra, like how he, when he went back, winding up his pastimes, he took every citizen of Ayodhya with him. And throughout his pastimes, he's proving that how he's personal. So it's so wonderful, and it's purifying for myself to, delve in these topics. And Ramayana, we have heard hundreds and thousands and millions of times, but it is such a sweet history that we can read again and again. It's like Akshaya Patra. The more we take, the more nectar we can experience in that. So that this is different from the normal, studies that we do. Once we read a newspaper, then the news becomes old. But this news is ever fresh because it's divyam. It is transcendental. It is akshayam. It is from the spiritual world. It is gunatita, beyond maya, beyond the three modes of material nature. So with humble prayers, I would like to share a little bit whatever I know. This is an ocean, but even sharing a little and experiencing a little is purifying and very satisfying experience. So I will start with Guru prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityanandam Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkripatamaham vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram. Harihi Om Tat Sat. So today's topic is Rama, the abode of mercy. So mercy is means karuna, right? That is something that we don't deserve, but it is given to us. So in this world, we have heard about mercy. Suppose somebody is in the jail, is been convicted for a hang convict, and he has been tried, and the judge has given that there's no way that you can escape the punishment, and this is your punishment. But then he can appeal to the president for mercy. That means, according to the law, according to the judiciary, there is no hope of his getting relieved. He completely deserves the punishment. He has done an act to deserve the punishment. But there is still a mercy petition that he can put to the president. And president, being the controller of the whole judiciary system, he, out of his mercy, can or cannot reduce that sentence to something, or even can relieve that person, right? So we are all like that cases. We have born in this material world in Kali Yuga with a baggage of karma, some good and some bad, and according to the karma, we are going through a set of reactions, and in that we are producing new actions, and we are getting reactions like this, and in this way we are going life after life after life. That's what Bhagavad Gita says, Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara. In this life itself, we, the soul, pass through 3 stages of growth or body. Kaumaram, when we are very young. Yavvanam, when we come to youth. And after that, jara, old age. Like that way, similarly, tata deha antara praptir, when there is the end of the time of this body comes, the soul continues his journey. Dhiras tatra na muhyati. This is the first lesson of Bhagavad Gita that Krishna talks to Arjuna in the 2nd chapter, that you as a soul will continue to live forever, Arjuna. So this death is just the change of body, which is like the change of dress. And he explains the whole concept in the 2nd chapter. So what happens is we are busy doing actions and getting reactions, and the karma wheel is like the wheel, wheel in the running bicycle. When the bicycle is running, how fast the wheel is rotating, we can't even see the wheel, the spokes. Similarly, at that fast rate, we are taking one birth after another birth, after another birth, after another birth, with no possibility of redemption. And we don't have we don't neither have knowledge nor have the aspiration that I want to be freed from all this and live a life of eternity with joy and bliss with my dear Lord. But the Lord intervenes into our life like this through his pastimes. Leelaitena bhuvanani jayatya jasram. There is no need for the Lord to come. If we see the Balakanda before that, how much effort it is required to bring the Lord down. Dasharatha had to wait for so long. Then we needed one Rishya Shringa, Rishi who has not even heard the smell of a woman. And only when the yajna is performed, only when he comes to the desa of Romapada, there will be rain. And such a person is only fit to do the yajna for Dasaratha Maharaj. And when the yajna Purusha came with a huge pot, they were not able to, nobody can drink that pot of kheer. So it has to be reduced in size. And then Dasaratha Maharaj gave that to 3 of his queens in 4 portions. And so it's not easy. It was a lot of effort by very qualified sages. By their begging, the Lord has come. And for what? For our purpose. To intervene into our lives and say that I am there for you. You and me are eternal. You may go from life after life after life after life. We don't even take any remembrances also from the previous life. But it is the Lord with whom we have eternal relationship. So that relationship, he is coming to revive us. And he is doing that because he is causelessly merciful. Only because of his karuna, he is coming down. So that's why, very clearly we say that he is karuna avatar. Means he's abode of mercy. Everything in him is his mercy towards us. So when we understand that, then we will try to give him little time, to give little gratitude. So we will see some aspects of Ramayana. Ramayana is full of all pastimes, all leelas explain this concept. We will see a few aspects today. So when Vishwamitra Muni came and asked Dasharatha Maharaj that send me your son Rama. Just that hearing that send me your son Rama, Dasharatha fainted. Dasharatha Maharaj couldn't, even take that I would be separated from my dear Lord Rama. He was, during the day and during the sleep, he was always, his eyes was seeing Lord Ramachandra, beautiful. Then Vashishta Muni said that no, Vishwamitra Rishi has a purpose and he's known for he's asking for a purpose. So you please send Rama. When Dasharatha tried to say that I will come with all the Akshohinis of soldiers to kill the demons. But he cannot do that. That is the difference between God and us. He can be God's father, okay, but he's not equal to Lord Rama. And that is why Vishwamitra Muni asked that specifically, I want Lord Ramachandra to come. Although he is only 10 years old, I want him to come. So there he's taking them, Rama and Lakshmana, across the Sarayu river. When they are crossing in the midway in the Sarayu river, Lord Ramachandra, he's listening to some waterfalls cascading. That sound he's hearing, but there is no waterfalls. They are in the middle of the river. So he asks the Rishi, where is this sound coming from? Then the Rishi says that from Brahma's mind came a lake, and that is called Manasarovar, because from the mind of Brahma. And that from Brahma's lake, that water comes down into this world to mix with Ganga, and that water that is coming down from Manasarovar lake is the river Sarayu. So it is coming from Brahma Loka. So, and it is subtle because Manasarovar, mind we cannot see, right? So the lake from the mind of Brahma also cannot be seen. But the water from the lake of Brahma also cannot be seen with the naked eyes. But that is the sound that we are hearing. Even if you go now, Gangotri, they say. But where from that is coming? Such gushing of water, Gangotri, Yamunotri, science can say that they're all hot springs, this and that. No, but actually Ganga is coming from the heavenly planet there. But we cannot see Ganga falling down. We can only, after touching the earth, the water form Ganga takes, and that's what we can see. So similarly, then immediately Vishwamitra Rishi said that you please offer your oblations here, Rama, because this is a place of Sangama of Sarayu and Ganga. Then as soon as they cross there, he finds a dark forest, uninhabited and very fearful. So he's saying, he's asking, where is this uninhabited forest came from? And just by looking at it, it instills fear in our hearts. Then Vishwamitra Muni says that this is where the great demoness Tataka lives. And then Rama is asking in a very humble mood, can you please, if it is appropriate, if you feel it is okay, can you please narrate the story how Tataka became so powerful? This is the way the Supreme Lord questions. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini. And when we go to the Guru, what we have to do? Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. Pranipatena. With humble mood, pariprashnena sevaya, asking for questions, at the same time offering services. The Supreme Lord shows that to us. Then Vishwamitra Muni started telling that Suketu was a great yaksha. Actually, yakshas are celestial beings than human beings, and they are compared to Bhauma Devas. They live in the other part of Bhumandala. This is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam clearly. So they are not in Swargaloka, but they live in other part, and they are superior to human beings. So Suketu was a yaksha, and he prayed to Brahma for a long time for a son. But Brahma bestowed his the benediction for a daughter. And the daughter was very, very beautiful. Her name, very, very bestowed with good qualities. Her name was Tataka. And she was married to Sunda. And this Sunda was a little demoniac in nature. So Sunda tried to harass the rishis, and so Agastya Rishi cursed Sunda to die. So when this happened, Tataka and her son Maricha and Subahu tried to eat Agastya Rishi in revenge. So Agastya Rishi cursed that you are being a yaksha, but you are behaving like a rakshasa, so you become a man-eating rakshasi, demoness. So that is how Tataka got. Immediately her form was transformed into a very horrible looking gigantic form, and she's always adorned with skulls of elephants that she killed. And she started, and she, because this is the place that Agastya Muni used to do tapasya, she was coming here to disturb all the rishis. So the rishis will do yajna, and finally when they do Purnahuti, Tataka will come and pour blood and pus in that. And then the whole yajna they have done for so many days is contaminated. The Purnahuti and Phalam is not got. So this is how Tataka was disturbing the rishis. So then Rama is having compassion. Okay, she's a woman. So he is telling to Lakshmana, let's not kill this woman, but you cut off the hands and legs and the nose and leave her disabled like this. So when you leave her disabled like this, then she will not be able to do anything. So Rama is the abode of mercy, and he didn't want to kill that woman. At that time, Vishwamitra had to intervene and tell Rama, although she is in the body of a woman, she is very, very notorious, very cunning, and very demoniac, and she has gobbled up rishis. And so give up your hesitation and kill. And he also gave 2 examples where in another 2 instances where Vishnu himself killed Bhrigu wife when some Rakshasa came, and Indra killed Virochana's daughter. So it is okay to kill a woman when she is not behaving like a woman. Then Rama, before that, Vishwamitra Muni had taught him Bala and Atibala, and also given him celestial weapons. So he took 1 golden arrow from his quiver, and he aimed only 1 arrow at the huge demon Tataka and Ramabhana. That is why it is called Ramabhana. So Ramabhana is unfailing. So it went and it hit her chest, and she fell down. So basically, Lord Rama gave her liberation. That is why he is abode of mercy. Although she came to kill him and devour him, and he apparently killed her, but ultimately, because of being touched by Ramabhana, she was completely purified. The same thing happened to Putana also. Putana came with poisoned breast to give poisoned milk to Krishna, baby Krishna. But what happened? Krishna was only 6 or 7 days old at that time. Neither Yashoda Mai, Nanda Maharaj, or anybody could even see that, this is a demoness in disguise. But when Putana came, 6-year-old Krishna could understand that she is not motherly. She is a demon who's coming to give me poison. So he sucked the poison, and also he sucked the prana along with the poison of Putana. And Putana immediately assumed her huge form. And the huge form was 12 miles long. And she fell down, and it's a great description there. And so when the Nanda Maharaj and other men, they were paying taxes to Kamsa, and they were coming, and they were seeing that the field is filled with this huge Rakshasi. How will we walk and cultivate this field? So they had to cut the body into piles and cremate it. But what happened when they were cremating? Sandalwood smell came. How did sandalwood smell can come from human meat? or Rakshasis meet. And before that, she has killed so many thousands of small babies, thinking that this could be Krishna. And she was so sinful. Why? Because she gave the milk to Krishna. A milk, Krishna sucked her own milk, and there was she did that service to the Lord, offering her own milk to the Lord. So the Lord did not take her intention. The Lord took her at the activity of service and gave her liberation, freed from all sinful activities. And that is why the body was also completely purified, and it was like smelling like sandalwood. And what exactly he gave? Lebe gatim datri uchitam tatonyam. It's like a position, almost like a mother, like a midwife, like a nurse in the spiritual world eternally with the Lord. So such is the mercy. Because the Lord is absolute, the Lord never hates anyone. Because we are in duality, we love someone, we hate someone. It is both sides of the coin. But the Lord is beyond duality, beyond the material nature, and that is why Lord Rama is called as the abode of mercy. So here, another instance, then when they went when they went back, and then Sita got married, and because of Mantra's bad counsel, Kaikeyi's mind was changed only at that time, not before, not after. Before, she would only, if anyone wants to find where Rama is, they wouldn't go to Kaushalya's chamber. They would always go to Kaikeyi's chamber, because Kaikeyi was so much affectionate to Lord Rama. But because of hearing the bad counsel, for that momentary time, the jealousy was flamed, and then she asked Rama to be exiled, and Bharata and Shatrughna came back, and then Bharata told that you are not my mother at all. You sent my worshipable brother to the forest, and you are the cause of my father's death. Then Kaikeyi came back to senses. Then Bharata goes, and then Rama says, no, I have given the word to my father, and I will keep it up. And he sends his Paduka with Bharata. Then they continue. When they continue in the beginning of Aranyakanda, I mean, it's not, that's why every inch of Bharata Bhumi is the place where Lord Rama and Sita and Lakshmana has walked. So they are all Punya Bhumi. Like especially in Bhadrachalam, we can see that how they actually stayed there, and then Ramadas came and built a temple there, like that. So they have walked down the whole way from Ayodhya to that Mahendra Parvat, and from there went to Lanka. So every inch of Bharata Bhumi is a holy dham where Lord Rama's foot has there in Dandakaranya forest. So when they entered the Dandakaranya forest, then they saw the horrible demon Virada. Virada was so huge that, all these demons, they are powerful beings. They have done tapasya, penances, and they get some boons. But the boon and power for a impure heart puts everybody in misery, because they want to take the position of God. So the Virada, immediately he saw Sita, and he said that, let me take this woman for my wife, and let me kill these two men and drink their blood. That's what he said. And he had boons that none of the weapons could do anything to him. That's why, because he got the boon from Brahma, like that. But Lord Rama here, he is not, although he is coming in the form of a human being, he is the Supreme Lord. So he showed his superhuman powers of how, he cut off his hands and legs, and then he could understand that, okay, you as a human being, you are overpowering me. So definitely you must be the Supreme Lord. Then they said that you bury me alive. That's what his request was. So when they buried him alive, then he was relieved from the curse. Because see, this is also Rama's mercy. If Lord Rama has not come there, and killed him with his Ati Manushya, superhuman powers, how would he ever get relieved from the curse that he got on Brahma's boon, and then he got cursed to be in this because of they misuse their power too much and harass the rishis. So this is very important, how to have the cultivation of purity, how to understand that we are nothing but the insignificant servants of Lord Rama. If we understand that and if we have that identity, then we will not get into this trouble. But these huge Rakshasas, they have the power and they want to prove that they are God. So Rama had to finish one after another, after another, after another, until the king of all the Rakshasas, Ravana, was also killed. So this was another instance of Kabanda. So Kabanda you see the form. He had a unique, he got a big boon and then a curse also. So he had huge mountain. Here it is, the picture depicts as though he's a small mass, but you can imagine he's a huge mountain, but no head, no leg, anything, but a gigantic mouth located at the middle of the belly. No neck and legs also. So these are the kind of the weird boons they have. And if the mountain, if human beings are walking, and if the mountain is opening their mouth, how come? I mean, what is the chance of escape? But he had huge arms. So what did he do with the huge arms? With 8 miles long. Anything that goes in 8 miles, the arms would take and put in the mouth, which is like a huge mountain. So same way, he took Rama and Lakshmana. This is after, Sita was abducted and when they were coming. The original Ramayana has so many other pastimes, also beautiful pastimes. So there is only Rama and Lakshmana, and he took both of them in his arms, and he tried to show them inside his mouth. So the Supreme Lord is an abode of mercy, but he's not a weak or coward. He's always the Supreme Lord, and he has the powers to prove it. So while being taken to the mouth, he told Lakshmana, take your sword, and when we go nearby, cut off the shoulders of this demon. So Rama's power was so, and Lakshmana immediately, they both acted, and when they were brought near to the to eat, they cut off the powerful, I mean, huge mountain having huge arms. But we can see, I mean, this is what Bhagavan means. He has 6 opulences in full, 6 Kalyana Gunas. He is very powerful. He is the most beautiful. He is the most richest. He has all the riches because he is the master of Lakshmi Devi, and he is wise. Nobody is more wise than him, and he is famous. You can see Ramayana happened in Treta Yuga, and if we calculate Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga, it is about 1 million years or even more. But when we hear Ramayana, it looks like it happened yesterday. So that is his fame. His fame is not touched by the time factor at all. So he's so famous, and he's also completely a renounced person. So these 6 qualities in unlimited quantity is the Supreme Lord. So here then he cut off the arms, and when these powerful arms were cut off, then Kabanda understood that who you are. And he told his previous history. What was that? He was the Tumburu, a Gandharva called Tumburu. And when he was performing the notes, when he's singing, it is actually for Harikatha, to talk about the Lord, to glorify the Lord. But in his mind, he had a desire towards one of the Apsaras. So he was cursed because he's not supposed to do that. And in the Swarga Loka, it is very subtle. Here, what we think, people cannot know. Hopefully, they don't know. If everybody whom we meet are having the powers to see what we are thinking about them, we can't even, this is hypocrisy. I mean, human being means one inside and one outside, but that's not like that in Swarga Loka. What they are, they think everybody can see. So because of this bad thought, Tumburu got cursed to be Kabanda. And then when he begged for the redemption of the curse, then they said that when the Supreme Lord himself comes and gives you the grave, digs you a grave for you, then you are purified of the curse. So that is why he is the most powerful, Pavitram. Because he is completely 100% pure, any single touch with him, just by looking at his lotus feet, lotus face, doing abhishekam to him, offering flowers to him, or any seva that we can do to him, we also come in touch with that purity. And that purifies us of our demoniac natures that we are hiding in the heart. So then he got cut off. Then he said that this is my condition, and you can never, again, you cannot kill me because I got the boon. I will never be killed by anyone. So you dig a grave and put me inside the grave and close the grave alive. Then I will tell you one important information. So, so in between, he got this this particular form by Indra. It was not this bad before when he was cursed. So that's why it is very important to do right actions, because even if one wrong, bad action we do, that sankalpa is there, that vasanas, that shadows or remembrances, that is there. And then that will help us to do more bad and more bad until, there is no boundaries at all. So, when we, that's so important to see, to know what is our limits, and to very clearly have a discrimination, what is right and what is wrong, and to stick with the right, and to stick with the right association. So these are all powerful people, and they've fallen down from that position. Apsara, Gandharva is not an ordinary, position, but still they're teaching us this lesson. If a person from Gandharva can fall down to become a demon, what about us? Because human being is a place where either you can go up or go down. This is a junction, or even get liberated. So this is like a springboard where we can, choose our destinations. So then Rama and Lakshmana cremated his body, allowing him to regain his original form. Then he said that you go to, then he gave the information about look for a person called Sugriva. So that's when, when they were looking for Sugriva, and then they met Hanuman in disguise. So the previous Virad, he told them, go to Sarabanga Rishi's ashrama. So from there, each Rishi or they are directing him down until he came to Panchavati. So we can see how this, the next instance is where we can see the abode of mercy of the Lord is Vibhishan. So Ravana, Vibhishan kept on telling good advice to Ravana, and Ravana was not in any position to hear. And so, Ravana kicked Vibhishan, and Vibhishan left everything. Being the brother of the enemy, he was not polluted. He left everything, and he came with his 4 more Rakshasa assistants, and he's hovering, because the Rakshasas, they can fly. He's hovering on top, waiting, sending the message that please send the message to Lord Rama that I have come to take his shelter. Immediately, the other monkeys are telling that, what? Ravana's brother coming to take shelter of Lord Rama? We need to be really careful. He's coming as a spy. He might kill Rama. He's very dangerous. Then Sugriva is telling that this is definitely some trick by Ravana. So we should not accept him, and immediately we should kill him. And then Jambavan's opinion also was that when Rakshasas come like this, we need to take them, we need to first examine them. We need to have a spy on them, watch over them before accepting him, to make sure that we are not in danger. But Hanuman said, when I went there, he was the only person who was sensible in the whole court of Ravana. And in fact, even though Ravana was instilling fear in everyone's hearts, even though the other people knew what is good for Ravana, they wouldn't open their mouth. They were so scared. But Vibhishana was fearless, and he asked Ravana that please return Sita. After this also, it's not a problem. Please return Sita. So he was, in my opinion, he should be given shelter. And there were other opinions also. But just by hearing the others say that we should not give him shelter, or his enemy's brother, Rama's face, it is described that it turned red. Just the thought of someone, not from him, someone telling that a person who has come to get surrender should not be given surrender, that Rama couldn't bear. And at that point of time, he said, what about Vibhishana? Even if Ravana himself comes and surrenders to me, I will make him the king, and I will completely forgive. See, after so much, he had to go get the monkey army and kill Vali and cross the ocean. At this point of time also, he was ready to forgive Ravana. What about this? The last point, when Ravana was alone there, alive, even then he was ready to, he gave a chance to Ravana. You think about it, come tomorrow, I will give you what you, I will restore you. I will restore every single asura that you have lost. But Ravana wouldn't listen. So that is the adamancy of the demoniac mind. So even hearing that was making the face red of Rama. And then Lord Rama said one story. So what is the story is that there was a pigeon, two pigeons, and the male pigeon was killed by a hunter. And the female pigeon is seeing that and she's feeling the horror. But the hunter, after killing the male pigeon, the hunter came to the same tree where the female pigeon is sitting. So the female pigeon at that time didn't see the hunter as the one who killed her husband, but she saw the hunter as a atiti, as a guest. So some guest has come to my house here, this tree. So I need to offer this guest something. So she offered her own flesh to as something to eat for the hunter who killed her husband. So Lord Rama is telling the story and telling that even a pigeon has a sense that somebody has come to her house. She doesn't see who that is, but she's ready to give her life to serve the guest. So what to speak? Isn't it a disgrace that, how can I not give shelter to Vibhishana? How can I not give? So immediately he gave shelter, and he also crowned him as the king of Lanka. And what about these four people? Vibhishana was completely checked. There were conversations, right, with them. And then Lord Rama, everybody reviewed, and Lord Rama accepted him. But what about the four assistants? Nobody checked. Why? Because they were considered to be Vibhishana's hands and legs. So that is the power of a surrender to a Sadguru. So if we are the servants of a pure spiritual master who is a bhakta of Lord Rama or Lord Krishna, then we are not even given this, we are on the face value of the bhakta guru who is a dear to the Lord. Saksha Daritvena Samasta Sastrair Uktastata Bhav Yatayeva Shadbihi. So the Shastras say that the disciple have to see the Guru non-different from the Lord. Although although, it is not, Guru is not God. Guru never says that he is God. Guru is a Kintu Praborya Priyayeva Tasya. He is very dear to the Lord, doing the Lord's mission. So these four Rakshasas were not, were just accepted because they were servants of Vibhishna. So that is something that we hear from that. And I want to tell one more history. What about Mother Sita? So Mother Sita also told the story that when Hanuman finally, Hanuman saw how the Rakshasis were torturing her. Rakshasis, when they see a beautiful woman, they don't see any beauty in that. They see only ice cream and pizza and things to eat. So in fact, in front of her, they would say that, I will drink hot blood, I will eat your hand. And then the other will say, no, this hand is for me, this leg is for me. So horribly, they will talk as though she is food to eat. And they were torturing her. And in that thing, it is said like a doe, a young deer was surrounded by jackals. That was the position of Sita Amma. And Hanuman could see this. So Hanuman said that, please give me a word after Ravana was killed, when they came to tell Sita this message. And then Hanuman was telling to Sita Ma that please give me a word that I will kill all of them. So at that time, Mother Sita said, why are you talking like this, Hanuman? They did not do anything on their own. They were given orders by Ravana, and that's why they did like this. And then she told a story that there was a tiger was chasing a man. And the man was, he had nowhere to go, so he climbed up a tree. And in the tree, there was a bear who was sitting. So the tiger told to the bear, you push the man down, I will eat and go, then I will leave you also. Even wild animals are not wild like human beings. They only eat when they're hungry. But the human beings, we save for today, tomorrow, 10 years, and then our next generation, and then our great generation. So, so he said that, but then the bear said that, no, this is my Atiti. This human being has come to has taken shelter of this tree. So I will not kill. It's not my duty to push him down to you. So the tiger was also sitting there waiting. Okay, one of you I'm going to eat, either the human being or the bear. Then bear fell asleep. At that time, the tiger told the human being, man, okay, now you push the bear. I'm so hungry. I will eat the bear and I will spare you. But human mind, right? No gratefulness, nothing. So he pushed the bear down. But the bear, when he's falling down, he caught hold of the branch and he saved himself. So he came up. Now the tiger said, now you have a reason to push the human being down because he tried to kill you. But the bear said, because the human being tried to kill me, I will not go from my dharma. Why should I do the same activity that he did? I will not go an inch from my dharma, so I will not push him. So Sitama is telling this story and to Hanuman and saying that, they are like that. So how can we kill these Rakshasis who are nothing but servants of Ravana? So that is the mercy of Sita Ram. And this is from the Dashavatara Stotra. So as a final a glorification, I thought we can chant this. Vitarasi dikshurane dikpati kamaniyam dashamukha mauli balim ramaniyam Keshavadrita Rama Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Vitarasi Dikshu Rane. So Vitarasi is you distribute Dikshu in all directions. Rane in the battle of Lanka. Dikpati to the presiding deities of 10 directions who were kept under, like, everything. Ravana, everybody was under Ravana's control. When Ravana says, the sun becomes moonshine. So Ravana could go near the sun, on top of the sun also, because sun will become like moon. That was his power. Okay, but Dasamukha, the 10-headed demon Ravana, Mauli Balim, as a great offering. Ramaniyam, delightful, because Rama's beautiful body is Lavanya and Saundarya. As a whole, also he is beautiful, and every limb is also beautiful. So that's why Ramaniyam, of all the incarnations of the Lord, Lord Rama is said to be the abode of beauty. Ramaniyam. O Keshava, Dhrita, Rama Sharira, who have accepted the form of Lord Ramachandra, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. So let's read the meaning. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who has assumed the form of Ramachandra, all glories to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroy the 10-headed demon Ravana and distribute his heads as a delightful offering to the presiding deities of the 10 directions headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them, who were much harassed by this monster. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and please forgive my mistakes. If you have anything to add or correct, you can please do now.
Thank you so much, Lalita Garu. The discourse was really, let me, hold on one second. Yeah, thank you so much for the discourse, and it was really beautiful. First of all, what I would like to, let's open up for the discussion, Andy, but I would like to say something, and your voice was really calming and very beautiful, and it was very soothing. It was very nice, Andy. And when you were going through the story, whenever I want to, whenever I listen, I get a chance to listen about Rama. I feel that I am very lucky, and I get goosebumps all the time. And the main point you touched today about mercy, I'm getting tears also, because we are all humans. So we get carried away sometimes, like as you said, we get into ego problems. Oh, she said that one to me, so I should wait for a chance and tell that to her again, something like that, right? So I know you said if we know the mistake, if you do service to the Lord and correct our mistakes, God will always protect us. So unknowingly we should not make any mistakes. That is one thing. But I'm really happy to be part of this discourse, and I wanted to say one thing. I am indebted to my grandparents and my parents, and when I was young. My parents and grandparents used to take me to discourses, but I was like, I don't want to sit for hours and hours listening to the same discourses. But my mom and grandmom, they had such great belief that maybe once they grow up, they will understand. And there used to be an yearly subscription. This was back in India. So they used to pay it on my name also, so that I can attend. I used to tell them, I'm going to college, I'm going to school, I'm not coming every month. Why are you paying? So my grandmom used to tell, no, Nana, you will not understand about this. Even though you're not coming to the discourses, or you're not listening to it every month or every time we go there, but you are somehow connected to God, that will help you when you realize the importance. When you grow up, when you have, so all that, whenever I think about my parents or grandparents, the path I have chosen now, I always feel that it is because of them I am in this path. And your discourse was really beautiful, and I request all the devotees who joined the call later after the call started, I request you all go on to the website www.jaishriram.org, and it is on the home page as of today. Please watch the full video from the beginning. And for the kids who have joined the call, the pictures were so beautiful, though the explanation and seeing the pictures, you can really understand what the Atiti is going to, what the Atiti is talking about. And I will open up the floor, Andi, Lalita Garu, and thank you so much, Andi.
Thank you so much. I don't deserve this, but still you're very kind and encouraging. And also you see, because of that culture, you are now arranging a forum where Lord Rama's glories can be talked. So this is really nice that you're carrying on the, the mood of your parents and grandparents. Thank you, Andy.
Anyone wants to say something? You can raise your hand, Andi, and we can go in that order. Yeah, go ahead, Mrinali.
Yeah. Jai Shri Ramari, Jai Shri Ram Dalitari. So
Yes.
nice. Always nice listening to you. And thank you so much for, from that chance encounter, you agreed for this request, and you're now part of, one of our Kalpavruksham speakers. And like Shirin Garu said, even when I first met you, that quality of your voice and the way you explained about, the Gajendra Moksham incident is what you explained when we met first. So that itself was so very enthralling, and it captivated so many people, the way you spoke about it, even though in that venue there was so much other noise and activity going on the side, right? But you were able to captivate those of us who were there in your immediate presence over there. And today also so beautifully, in depth, you explained so many things, which, you brought out that these are not just incidents, that there are so many facets to that incident that happened, because you could look at it as just a story, as something that happened for, interest, and keep it as a story. But the way you dived into the details and bringing it always back to, first of all, how Lord Rama is full of compassion, but also how we as humans can relate to that, right? Like always you pointed that, okay, yes, it is tied to our karma. We have to pay attention to how we are navigating through this lifetime. So thank you so much, Ari. Nice to hear from you again. Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you so much, Mrinalini ji. It's because of you. You had the faith in me. Just we spoke for a few minutes, but you had suggested my name for this service. So I'm very grateful to you. And actually, because of your love for Lord Rama, I mean, that's what you that day, even though so many distractions were there, you were glued to it. So I would attribute it to your devotion and love. And I'm very grateful for coming in touch with nice devotees like this, because with your association only we can stay in this path of devotion. Thank you.
It's not us, Ari. Just want to it's Guru Garu's vision, and Guru Garu is driving everything. So
my humble obeisance.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Anybody else want to add? Sure, Andy. Somebody was asking about the recording, Andy. For today, the recording would be available on the website www.jaishriram.org. On the homepage itself, you will be seeing the recording. But if you want to watch it later, we have a separate tab for Kalpavruksham. The tab is called Kalpavruksham, where you can see all the previous events, including today's recording, Andy. So you can watch the full video over there also. But today you can watch it on the homepage of the website. Yeah, I think it is time. We can close the call, Andy. I will do an opening prayer, Andy, and we can, closing prayers, and we can close the call, Andy. Thank you so much, Lalita Garu, once again. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम शांति शांति शांति। बोलो श्री सीतारामचंद्र भगवान की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। जय श्री राम अंडी।
Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Closing the call right now अंडी. जय श्री राम।
Jai Shri Ram.
जय श्री राम।